you're doing something else though. This isn't about like brand promotion. This is about trying to actually give girls who don't want to compete in these games and sports a meaningful option for getting out. Can you explain?
Yeah, I want to point out also Sage is wearing one of our performance tops. So she's looking fly in XXXY as well.
With all due respect to you, Jennifer, Sage could literally make anything look good. I mean,
I know.
Not true, but I love you.
That's true. Lucky for us. She'll look at anything we send. So we launched the brand 4 months ago. It's just 4 months, literally. It's making quite the impact, I think. Our presence is sort of bigger than our age, if you will. And what we wanted to do from the beginning, I mean, I should say we're the only athletic brand that's standing up for the protection of women's sports and spaces. You know, I looked around at Nike and Lulu and all these other brands, and they claim to champion women, and they do no such thing. I mean, Nike treats women with astonishing disregard. I won't go into all the examples, but there are many of them, employees, athletes, etc. And so we want to put our money where our mouth is. When we say that, you know, we're here to stand up for women's sports and spaces, we have this idea. A friend of mine actually called me, a friend from my COVID dissenting days. His name is Eric Hartman. He said, I have this great idea. Why don't you do a scholarship fund that can encourage and inspire young women who are currently competing to stand up and to push back, or to stand down and refuse to compete, which is what I wish these female boxers would do, because, you know, we shouldn't have to watch them get the crap kicked out of them. It's just totally crazy and unfair. So today, on the day that this Title IX rewrite is meant to go into effect, we're launching the XXXY Athletics Fund. And Sage and Michele, as well as Riley Gaines and Carrie Lucas from IWF, we're all the advisory council. So we decide who gets the funds. But hopefully, you know, it is designed to take the sting out, the potential monetary cancellation when these girls speak up, because we've heard from people like Riley and from Paula Scanlon, for instance, that when they stood up, they were threatened with
swimming against Leah Thomas
scholarship. Yeah, sorry, it's exactly. I mean, Paula spoke up for a year while she was still swimming with Leah Thomas at University of Pennsylvania, and she was told to seek therapy. She was threatened that she would never get another job if she did this. And so, you know, the threats are out there, and we want to make it easier. We want to normalize standing up for women and girls. We've all fought too hard and too long. And I think the difference maker is going to be when the actual athletes who are currently competing stand up and push back. It's great that folks like me and Sage and Michele are doing it, but change happens when the athletes with skin in the game right now say no more.
And you guys know what you're talking about. Just as a reminder for the audience, Jennifer is literally a national champion gymnast. Michele was a storied sports reporter for many, many years with NBC, and I think ABC before that, and Sage at ESPN, and also a long history of athletic success. So you know what you're talking about, unlike yours truly. I follow the issue, but I am not athletic. I mean, it's really kind of sad.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I'm going to show you some videotapes and you're going to take that back. But it's fun. I appreciate it from afar and what you guys are doing. But let me ask you this. How will it work? Like, how do you decide, like the girl who's sitting there, let's take Paula Scanlon. She's back at UPenn, and Leah Thomas is, you know, actually Will Thomas swimming next to her as Leah, 6'3", and so on. How does she think about this scholarship?
Well, I'm going to cite someone like Peyton McNabb, who I know you know as well. I think she's been on the show, Megyn. And for those that don't know, Peyton McNabb is volleyball player, high school volleyball player, injured by a male athlete who spiked the ball at her face. She suffered a severe head and neck injury, brain bleed. She still suffers from, you know, cognitive challenges and partial paralysis. And she was unable to pursue the scholarship that she deserved in softball, which was actually her sport that she was the best at. And she struggles to this day to complete her classes. She is in community college. She cannot play sports, and it's a real shame. You know, I would love to consider Peyton as one of our first awardees. This is a woman that deserved that scholarship, and she's been so brave and courageous in speaking out. And, you know, an award like this can really help to offset the challenge of paying for school, et cetera. So it's someone like that. The advisory council will meet quarterly, and we'll decide. Right now, the fund is funded by portion of proceeds from all sales of XXXY. Myself, I personally put in money, as have the other investors and employees. This is how much it means to us. And this panel of women who, you're right, they know sports and they are brave and bold and not afraid to speak out. And we'll choose, the awards each on a quarterly basis. As we grow the fund and have more money, we hope to give even more awards. And people can nominate others, because I'm sure there's so many young women we haven't even heard about. We've heard about the West Virginia shot putters and we've heard about Peyton, but I think there's probably so many more out there who are challenging that we just haven't heard of. So we want to give real folks the chance to nominate as well.
How do they help? How do people listening to this right now help out and donate if they want to?
Well, you can go to our website, launched just today, xx-xyathletics.org. You can also get there from our commercial site, which is .com. And there'll be a form to fill in to nominate deserving young women.
It's a great idea. I love to just incentivize them.
You asked about giving.
Say it again?
Yeah. Oh, regular folks can also give, but we want it to be business led. We want it, the best way to give is to, support the brand and buy stuff, because a portion of proceeds from every purchase will go to the fund. So you can also give to the fund as a regular person. And there's a form there to fill out as well.
I mean, I got to get more of this gear and put it on my children. I'll tell you what, after we went to the RNC, they were handing out those cowboy hats that lit up and they read MAGA American on them. And my little 10-year-old, now 11, wore his to his little pickleball tournament. And I was like, you go, Thatcher. He goes, I got to represent. So what I got to get is like the kids in the MAGA American hat with the Team Women shirts. And I'm just going to gear them up so we can send the right messaging about what we believe in. And we need it now more than ever. Hungry Root is one very easy way to eat healthy. They send you fresh, high-quality groceries, simple, delicious recipes, and essential supplements. It's like having someone else do all the planning and shopping so you don't even have to think about it. This is what we need. Hungry Root gets to know your personal health goals, dietary restrictions, favorite foods, how much time you want to spend cooking, and more. And then they build you a personalized cart for the week, including easy 4-ingredient recipes to put those groceries to use. Each order is fully customizable. They've got fresh produce, high-quality meat, healthy snacks, and more. Everything from Hungry Root follows a simple standard. It's got to taste good, it's got to be quick to make, and it's got to contain whole, trusted ingredients. Hungry Root is now offering the Megyn Kelly Show viewers 40% off your first delivery and free veggies for life. How does that work? Go to hungryroot.com to find out /Megyn. hungryroot.com /Megyn. Get 40% off your first delivery and get your free veggies. hungryroot.com /MEGYN. Don't forget to use our link so they know we sent you.